Okay, so here's what I did. I carved a simple wax that kind of fits around this quartz stone. And the goal is just to see, it's kind of a test really, to see if this will sand cast all the way around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to take this side of the flask that's got the edge on it. I'm going to place that down. Now, you want to make sure this is nice and fluffy. We're going to put it in there. We're going to pack it in, but not real tight. And the reason I don't want it too tight in there is because I got to push that into here. And it's probably fairly fragile, and of course I don't want to break it. So we're just going to kind of lightly put that in there, scrape it off. Now when you get it in, when you put it in there, you want to make sure it fills all the way around here, which it did. So even though I did it fairly light, it still filled that up nicely. So now I'm going to take and I'm going to talc this. Make sure there's no clay that's on this edge. And now I'm going to determine how this will best fit in here. If I do it this way, I'm not going to have much of a sprue. So I think I'm going to turn it maybe about like that. And that'll still give me pretty much a gravity downward flow of the metal. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this in. And I'd like to have the wax be about halfway in there. So I'm pushing hard, but not so hard I'm going to break it. Okay, I'd say that fit in there really well. The only thing, maybe I could push the stone down a little bit. Okay. I think that's pretty good. So now, again, I'm going to check this, make sure there's nothing on this channel. Check the channel on this one. We're going to fit this in place. Then we're going to take more talc, put it on there, and add the clay. So we'll add a little bit, and we'll push it down. Pack it all the way around there really nice. Now because that stone and the wax is fragile, I'm avoiding hammering this. I'm just going to use this dowel to push it down into place. We're going to scrape it off. Okay, now I like to set it down on something and pull it straight apart. Might have to wiggle it a little bit to get it going. So we got a pretty darn good impression there. So we're going to start with this side. I'm going to take my thumb. I'm going to use it to create the funnel. I can really pack down that clay, make it nice and round. Okay, now I should have grabbed a tweezer. I'm going to loosen that up. See if we can drop it right out of there. Okay. We then want to pop that out. Okay, so now we're going to take and we're going to create our sprue. Now, on something like this, we want that metal to go down in easily. So I'm going to take and cut away this section and cut it away there so that it can flow down through there easily. Just like that. Now this rock, I believe, drops in like this. Yep, just like that. So that's where that's going to go. Make sure this channel's cleaned out. So that is all set. Now we'll move on to this one. So we'll take the thumb, create the nice funnel here. We're going to create our sprue. Round the edges really well so the metal flows freely. Now we're going to work on our vents. Get real close to the piece, just push down and pull back. I'll take the back side of the scalpel. Okay, at that point, I think we're just going to make these. I'm going to take a little time after the video and widen these up just a little bit. I'm afraid if I do it now, I'm going to have a problem. Yeah, it's just too hard being behind the camera. So at this point, we're going to put these two together, and that stone is going to be inside, and we're going to hope that when we cast it, the metal will go all the way around. I'm not certain it'll work, but it's worth a try. Okay, that'll do it. Thank you.